So we have got this patient who is having this tumorous mass on the right side of the mandible. I have marked the area, you can see, as it is cannot be visible properly through the skin. So this is the area I can palpate. So this is a tumorous mass, and also there is intraorally the buccal cortical expansion is there. Buccal cortical expansion is there, and also there are lingual expansion. Okay, so we will take a biopsy today. I will show you how to the steps how to take biopsy, and also I will show you the lesion here and the X-ray. So it is a mixed radiolucence lesion, radio opacity and also radiolucency mixed type of. Mostly looks like a fibroosseous lesion. So fibroosseous lesion usually bleeds during biopsy. So let's see, we'll do the biopsy right now. So I have given local anesthetic solution. I have infiltrated the area before. Now I will place the cheek retractor. বড় করে হা মুখটা ছোট so cheek retractor is here এটা দিকে টানো so this is the area I will palpate. Now before giving incision I have to keep in mind what are the vital structure are there. So here there is no significant vital structure, only the mental nerve which is below here, lower 5. So I will remain posterior to it. I will give incision here like this. Okay, I am deepening it to the bone, so I can see the bone here. I will not go anteriorly as a few mental branches are there. So তুমি তাহলে জুম করতে পারো, জুমটা জায়গাটা দেখাতে পারো, ফোকাস করো। So that is how I am using a metal trimmer. You can see I am gradually removing the periosteum, all the periosteum. I can see the bone here. This is a visible bone. Okay, now this is the bone, expanded bone. Okay, now I will place a retractor. Place a retractor here like this. Okay, now I will try to remove these thin bones, thin cortical plates. These are the thin cortical plates you can see. These are the thin slip bones. These are the thin cortical plates. Okay, the buccal thinning is due to this tumorous growth. Okay, so I can easily just break these buccal cortical plates and I can see the tumor underneath. So I am removing the bone gradually. Like this, sometimes there is a hard bony structure, it cannot be broken like this. Then you need to use round bar, large round bar to make hole, and through that hole you can take the biopsy. But now you can see this is thinning of buccal cortical plate, and this is the tumorous mass. I can see I will take a good amount of tissue using my BP blade. Okay, so this is glistening structure, this is the tumor. Okay, now I will use my 15 number BB blade and a tooth forceps. So I am giving the incision here. I am giving the incision like this. This is the one incision and suction. Another is like this. So I prefer to take a good chunk of tissue that he is my pathologist. I will try not to break or crush the tissue, so I am going slightly deep and to take a good amount of tissue. Okay, now I can use normal this carved instrument to scoop the tumorous mass. Okay, scoop it out, and that is how we can good chunk of tissue you can see. Yes, so that is how we can take good amount of tumorous tissue. And before we put it into before we put it into the formalin and saline, we need to just absorb the blood, keep it clean if it is possible, keep it clean, and then dip it into formal saline and send it for histopathological reporting. Okay, so that is how we take biopsy. And now I will show you the closure of the area. So now I will close it. I can use both interrupted or continuous suturing. So I will give simple interrupted suture I will place. Okay. So what will be the treatment plan for this tumor? It looks like benign. So if it is a benign lesion, we need to resect the area. We need to remove the tumorous mass, keeping a good healthy bony margin. So which is most likely a segmental mandibulectomy will be done. And then comes the reconstruction options. So reconstruction options, we have different kind of options, like only as it will be a bony defect, so what bones we can place, like if non-vascularized bone we plan, then we can use iliac crest bone graft. But in iliac crest has many disadvantages, like it is a non-vascularized, so it is uncertain the bone will be taken by the body or not. Usually we prefer the defect if it is less than 5 cm, then we can place our non-vascularized bone graft like iliac crest. And most reliable flap for mandibular reconstruction is microvascular free flap. Okay, and we usually give free fibular flap, microvascular free fibular flap, which is the most commonly used and also gold standard for mandibular reconstruction. So free microvascular flap is the option. And if sometimes patient cannot afford that kind of surgeries, that big microvascular free flap surgeries, then we just need to remove the tumor and put a reconstruction plate to hold the mandible into position and occlusion into position, and then later on we can go for a secondary reconstruction with a free flap. Okay, so these are the three options we can think, we can plan for the patient. And let's see the report. So that is how we close the area. So look, this closed. Okay.